Hey guys, the Dark Marine here. Today we're just gonna rank all the enemies in Clone Drone in the Danger Zone from worst to best. This is based off of my opinion of the enemies in the game. Like, if you have like different opinions on where I rank them or where you think they should be, let me know. Like, this is just my opinion though. So let's get to it. First up, we have the Mark One bow. Now, in my opinion, Mark Wambo is not that good. They lack a lot of the skill and like they're not really that dangerous as the higher tiers get. Like, so I would probably put them F tier because like 9 out of 10 times you're never gonna die to these guys. Like, even if you get hit, the arrows are so small. Like, unless it hits you in the face or manages to hit you in the arm. But even if you have tier one arrow block, you're fine. Like, these guys won't do anything. Um, Mark II Archer, I would consider them probably F tier as well, like pretty high F tier, but I'm gonna put them low D tier for one reason. One, they move around, so like sometimes you can have them stationed in one spot, like they won't move, but other times you can have them walking around the map. Sometimes like they'll just come up behind you. The arrows are bigger, so like they're gonna do more damage if it hits. But same deal with the Mark One. If you have any form of block projectiles, you're fine. Like, these guys won't be a threat. I'm gonna put them high F tier. Like, these guys aren't really that dangerous. Mark Three Combat Archer. I'm gonna put them C tier because unlike the Mark 1 and 2 Archer, Mark 3 Combat Archer has something that the other archers don't really have. It has a sword and a bow. So it's basically a mix of the Mark 3 sword robot, which is probably a good mid-tier enemy. Like, if you get too close to these guys, they're gonna pull out their sword, that they'll just basically become a Mark 3 sword. They'll just jump, dodge, block your hits. Like, if most times you hit, if it's not like a side swing, they'll block it, knock your sword aside, and like, and it, and these guys don't usually go alone. These guys are usually in multiple groups. So, say one blocks your sword aside, another could just get you with an arrow. And then when it comes to their bow mode, they have a lot more energy. The arrows are max size, so like if it does hit you and you don't block it, it's a lot of damage. But if you have armor, you should be fine. So I'll put these guys C tier. Mark for Combat Archer. So just picture everything I said about the Mark 3, but um more dangerous. Like, so these guys, they have smaller arrows around the same size as the Mark 2, but they have fire. So if it say it scrapes you and you don't have fire resistance, or you're playing multiplayer with friends and which you can't get fire resistance in that, you just gotta burn up, like your whole character's just gonna burn, you're gonna die from the fire damage. Like, just getting hit by these guys sucks. So I'd put them in low B tier because like it's just the fire damage. Like, if you don't have anything that can kind of stop the fire damage, you're basically dead. Mark 5 Archer, I would say A tier easily. Like, these are easy A tier. Unlike the other archers, these guys just somehow avoid getting killed so much. Like, if you get the only really way to kill them without any trouble is blocking their arrow. But say you get too close, they're just gonna start jumping around in the air, barrel rolls, everything. They'll just start dodging all your attacks. They will literally just avoid you. And they have so much energy, and they have fire arrows, they have big arrows as well, like max size. So if you get hit by these guys, you don't have fire resistance, you're dead. And these guys could jump behind you, like, or over you, behind you, shoot you in the back, which you can't block if they shoot you in the back. So these guys are just really annoying as well. Like, it's going to be a rough round when you have these guys in the match. Like, now, the Hammer Business Bot. I would consider this just a reskin of the Mark II Hammerbot because they act the same weapon. Like it's pretty much just a reskin of the Mark II Hammerbot. But I am a little cautious around the Hammerbots because like these are one of the weapons in the game that can bypass your armor if you get hit in the head. Like you can have max armor, the hammer hits you in the head, you're just dead. Like armor doesn't stop it, and even if it hits you, it's just a lot of damage. And if you don't have armor, you're pretty much in trouble. But the thing that would set it aside from the say Mark One or Mark Three hammerbot is the hammer size because you can kind of still dodge the Mark II hammer pretty easily. Like, and this goes for the business bot as well. Like, you can, as long as you know how to dodge the hammer, you're never gonna die to these guys. Like, I'd still be cautious around them, but once you play the game long enough, these guys are just kind of a free kill. Like, you just kind of dodge their hammer once, and then you can just kill them, and then or you have bow, just shoot them. Like, so I would probably put them D tier, but they definitely don't take these guys for nothing. Like they can still kill you if you're not careful. Mark One business sword. Okay. Um, these guys are basically just a reskin of the sword robot, like the Mark One sword. Like they act the same. It's just a reskin. I would probably consider these ones worse than the Mark sword for one reason. Their body is a lot thinner, so the hitbox they can't take as much damage as the Smart One. Like if you get what I'm saying, like if you don't have fire, yeah, if you have fire, you just hit them once, they're dead. But since they have a lot thinner of a hitbox because of their design, I would consider these guys pretty easy. Like, I would definitely put them above the archers though, because like if they're in a big amount, if there's a lot of them, yeah, they could be a little bit of a threat. Like, but that goes for a lot of enemies. Like if there's a lot of them, it just becomes harder to fight them. Jetpack business bot. Now this is one I would this is probably the only business bot I would consider a threat because like it has fire sword, it has jetpack, like the Mark II jetpack. Like so it's quick, it kicks as well, so it can knock you down. Fire swords, if it scratches you even the tiniest bit, you could be in a lot of trouble. So I would, and it is really quick as well. So like they can dodge your attacks, they can get out of there. So I'd definitely put these guys as a threat, but I wouldn't make them like they're definitely not as hard as some of the higher tier robots. So I'd probably put them low B tier. Mark One Emperor S tier. Out of all the enemies in the game, I've had the most trouble with the Emperor. Like he just has so many attacks that can basically one tap you. He can knock you aside, like stun you for so long as well. Like if you don't have get up, you're stunned for so long. He's really tanky. Like if you don't, even with fire, like he could just tank so much damage. And unlike the other enemies, if he loses both his arms or legs, that doesn't kill him. Like he can still use flame breath. Like he doesn't need his like, half his body to survive. Like he can just tank so many hits. Like it's not even funny at that point. Mark II Emperor, in my opinion, hardest robot in the game. He is the hardest boss to beat in the whole game. His sword becomes a laser sword, but so he basically gets to fleet oversee a laser. His hammer can shoot when it slams to the ground, can send like this like little beam at you, and if that touches you, you're basically dead. Everything I said about the Mark One Emperor, he has as well. He has these bots that fly around him, that shoot down arrows, so arrows don't really work against him. They repair him as well, so like they give him armor as well. So like he is automatically like, you know, in fact, yeah, he's high S tier, easy peasy. Like I've died to him so many times. Flame Raptor. Okay, now this is one I would consider. Yeah, if you don't know what you're doing, it could be a threat, but most times, 9 out of 10 times, free kill. I'd call him more of a support unit than a main, like than your main attack force. Oh, he's probably yeah, he's a support. Like I think there's only been like a handful of times I've died to his flame attack. The most times he just kicks you down and then you die to like say another enemy, like, or he kicks you and then you just get set into like a trap. That's like he's more of a support, and 9 out of 10 times free kill, easy win. Warfare bot. Now, Warfare bot would be, it's one I've never really fought the most. I think the most times I've seen it is when I've been playing like through story mode. I've seen him a few times in free play. I think I've only died to him like maybe a few times. Like I haven't died to him much, but his bomb ability is pretty good. Like it'll knock you down. It could do damage, but it doesn't. The bombs, in my opinion, don't really do damage a lot of the time. So I would call him more for support. The only attack I'd consider like really worrying is his flame, but he wouldn't be one of the command bots that I would consider harder. So in my opinion, probably C tier. Mindspace bot. Okay, now probably C tier as well. Like I'll put him behind Warfare bot. If you have block projectiles, you're fine. You just keep an eye on him. You're fine. Like if you don't have anything that could block arrows, yeah, then he's a problem. But I think most of the times when Mindspace starts appearing, you'd at least have one upgrade that can block arrows. Infantry bot, B tier. The reason I put him in B tier is because he spawns other enemies, and early tiers he's not much of a problem. He's just a little annoying. But when you start getting into the later rounds like Uranium or Insanium, he is an issue because he can start spawning like Laser Raptors, Mark Fives. Like he just becomes a problem. Yep. Analysis. I forgot what this one's name is. Sorry. Probably I'd put him above Warfare bot, but I wouldn't say he's better than Infantry bot. I will put him above the Mark III. Reasoning, he's just really annoying to kill. Like, say if you don't have a hammer or spear or even flame breath, you're kind of just in a bit of trouble because for some reason he just blocks so many of your attacks, and then he blocks so many attacks. His spin move, it's a little hard to block. Like 9 out of 10 times, you're just gonna take damage if it hits you. Like all the command bots, he has flame. Like he has flame breath. He can like knock you down with that little like rush attack they kind of do, like that one, and then kind of just spin around and like go launch themselves towards you. Fleet Overseer without armor. More importantly, you need a Fleet Overseer with the bow and hammer. Probably B tier, definitely above the Mark IV though. Reasoning, annoying to kill if you don't have a hammer or spear, because like the Emperor, they can just tank a lot of damage. Like, they don't need their legs or like lower half of their bodies to survive. They don't need a weapon like they have flame breath. They have that laser. So if that laser touches you, GG's. It's game over. Um, Armored Fleet Overseer with sword. Automatically harder than normal fleet. One, it's armored. Two, it has sword, so it can block your arrows. And it's a fire sword as well. Tanky, they have that, like, they can launch themselves up into the air with the bombs they launch. I just find them annoying, like, especially in chapter 5. Like, it's just more of a pest than anything. But chapter 4, one I would say is easier, but yeah, they're more of a nuisance most times than a actual threat. They're still a threat, but once you get really good at the game, it's just like kind of a free round if you careful. Like just get a bow or flame breath, you're fine. Mark 1 hammer, high F tier. Reasoning, pretty easy to kill. Like the hammer's really small, so they don't have a lot of reach. And then sometimes when the hammer does hit you, it doesn't kill you. Like, and they just don't really, they're not really that strong. I'll be honest. Like, you just dodge the hammer, and then like the Mark II, you could just kill them. Mark II hammer bot. I'm just gonna put him with the business bot. Kind of same reasoning as the business bot hammer. If you just dodge the hammer, they're fine, but they do have more reach. So like their hammer is a little more dangerous because they have more reach. It's bigger, so if it does hit you, it has a higher chance of just killing you instantly. But if you know what you're doing, you're fine. Mark 3 Hammerbot, C tier. These guys are a lot harder to dodge, but they're still kind of easy to kill if you know what you're doing. If they're paired with other robots like the combat archer or say warfare bot, yeah, they can be a problem. You can't really dodge the hammer so well though because it's just huge. Like you kind of just don't want to dodge the hammer. You just kind of stay back of a bow and just kind of get them at range or flame breath. Like you don't really want to go to hand combat with these guys. Like I wouldn't recommend it. Mark 5 hammer, high A tier. Now this is where a lot of stuff in the Mark 5s comes in. They're a lot more movement based than their lower tier counterparts. Like the Mark 5 hammer, he actually uses dash, and yeah, that's a problem because he closes the distance. And the one thing you don't want with hammerbots is for them to get close. But he is able to get close because he has dash. He will actually dash towards you. Fire hammer as well. So if the hammer just hits you even the tiniest bit, you're dead. And most these guys start appearing in uranium, so they'll just appear in hordes. Like I mean hordes. And in Insanium, they're all armored as well. Like these guys are just a threat. Like I don't want to 9 out of 10 times. I just really want to stay at range. Like wouldn't recommend it. It's not worth it. It's not worth like losing a clone over that. I don't know what these bots are called, but they're the ones that kind of give other robots armor and block the arrows. Like they're the ones that come with the Mark II Emperor. In terms of combat, you only see them when they appear with the Emperor or in like a challenge. You never see them in actual free play. I would say low F tier in terms of like combat, like how dangerous they are. Like they don't do any damage. They're just a support unit. They can't really take damage at all. Like even the tiniest hit just insta kills them. So like I'll just put them F tier. Like the other robots you have a chance of dying to, but these ones it just doesn't work. Mark 1 jetpack. Probably high low C tier. Low C tier. Basically a Mark 1 sword with a jetpack. like in terms if they don't use their jetpack, easy to kill. Like, but when they're using their jetpack, like they are a little more dangerous because they could just fly past you, like knock maybe one piece of armor off or like cut a limb off. Like, not really worth trying to fight. But say you have hammer, spear, or flame breath, they're really easy to kill. Like the only really dangerous event swarms. Mark II jetpack. Basically everything I said about the Mark One jetpack, but kind of up a tier a little bit because they have more energy. Their jetpack's faster, so they're faster. And when you start seeing these guys, they're usually paired up with like Mark threes and fours. So like, and the latest they get paired up with is like the Mark Five sword. So like, and they're really annoying. Same with because like they can just glide past you jetpack, knock armor off, or cut limbs off. Like on one to one, if you have a hammer or spirit, just really anything that has a lot more reach and range than they do, you're fine. But if you go into sword to sword combat, that's when a problem arises because that's when they can kind of take the jetpack to their advantage. But yeah, I would put them just above the Mark One. Like they're still they're still easy to kill, but they're a little more dangerous. Now this is one enemy I haven't seen much. I've seen it a few times. The jetpack bow. Now, as far as I'm aware, it's literally just a Mark II bow with a jetpack, and kind of mixed with the Mark II jetpack design. So I'll put it just above. I'll put it high, low D tier. Just no. I'll put it high F tier. Like if you have arrow block, you're fine. As far as I know, like they don't have kick. They have any way of knocking you down, so they can shoot you. Like, and they don't use jetpack a whole bunch. Like they use it for a short duration, and then they just kind of walk around. Jetpack hammer. C tier. I'll put it C tier. Reasoning for this, it's like a Mark II hammer, but I'm putting it higher because yes, it has a smaller hammer than the Mark III, but it's a fire hammer and it has jetpack. So like, and they start appearing in the later rounds. They're usually paired up with other robots, but on their own, yeah, they're sort of threat because like jetpack and a hammer. So like, if the hammer just hits you, like if fire hits your body, you're just gonna burn up. And jetpack, they can just move around a lot. They have a lot of movement, but I wouldn't put them above the command bots. I would still consider the command bots a little more of a threat than what the jetpack hammer is. Jetpack Spear Mark 1 D tier. Relative easy to kill, dangerous in swarms though. Now I'll put them high D tier. Mark 2 Jetpack Spear. Low, I'll put them above Infantry Command. So B tier, near low B tier. Has a shield, has fire spear, and they use jetpack quite a bit, and they have shield bash as well, so they can knock you down with shield bash, then hit you with the fire spear, and then use burn up, or try and hit them from like front. Shields is going to tank the damage, but if you have a hammer, they're a little easier to kill. But most times you just really want to just use flame breath, burn away their shield, so they can't really attack you. Now, Kickbot Mark One by themselves, pretty useless. Like all they do is kick you. They don't have any way of doing damage, so if the map doesn't have a trap, it's just a free kill. I'd definitely put them above. I'll put definitely right behind the Mark 1 Archer. Mark 2 Kickbot. Basically just a bigger version of the Mark 1 Kickbot, but they have power kick and they use dash as well. Same deal. They don't have any way of dealing damage unless there is another enemy there or there's a trap on them. Laser Raptor, B tier. Basically if the Flame Raptor met Upgrade Bot. Has the same kick ability, but has the same weakness as Flame Raptor. That's not why I'm going to put it in B tier. I'm putting it in B tier because it has the laser, and it uses the laser pretty often. So if that laser just touches you even the tiniest little bit, screwed. Mark 1 Zombie, probably above Mark 1 Archer, to be honest. I'll put him above both Archers because it's pretty easy to kill, but it's a part of the zombie class for robots. So if they get cut in half, they're fine. Like they'll still come after you. The only really way to kill them for good is the head. Like you need to aim for the head. If you just cut them in half like sideways, they're fine. Mark 2 Zombie. Similar to what I said about Mark 1 Zombie, but it has bigger arms, so it has more reach, and its scratch does a little more damage, but same weakness and same strength as the Mark 1 Zombie. Mark 3 is probably well switched up a little bit, pretty low D tier. A lot more reach. Its scratch actually does a lot more damage than the Mark 1 and 2. It's bigger, faster, just a lot more annoying to kill as well. Mark 4 Zombie, probably low D tier. Basically the same as Mark 3 Zombie, but it has fire, so probably high D tier. Like I've never really had a lot of trouble with these guys. Zombie Archer, Mark 1 Archer, basically a Mark 1 Archer that has the tier 1 zombie body, but it shoots fire arrows instead. So, but if you have block arrows, these guys aren't a problem. Pretty easy to kill. Zombie Fleet Overseer. Wouldn't put them as high as the normal fleet. I consider these guys probably low C tier. Probably above those guys though. A lot of reach, like they have a lot of reach. I basically they're like the fleet overseer, like they can tank a lot of damage, like they can tank quite a bit, but they lose a lot of attacks that the normal fleet does. I'll put them above jetpack bots. I'd still consider Mark 3 combat archer a little better. Mark zombie jetpack. A low normal jetpack. And I'll put it below Mark 3 zombie. Reasoning for this is because it's basically a Mark 1 zombie with jetpack. Like it's nothing special. The only difference between the two is that it has a jetpack. But I think that's the only reason I'll put it up there. Zombie Flame Raptor. Yeah, could be a little bit of an issue, but not a lot. But I'll put it there. Put it low D tier. Same weakness as the um normal Flame Raptor, but I think I've died to that more than I've died to normal Flame Raptor, but it's a lot easier to kill. I think the only reason I died to it is because I walked the tiniest bit too close. I forgot to step back, and then it just killed me. But pretty easy to kill, not that hard to fight. It's basically a free kill, but it sometimes it can be a little bit of a threat towards you. Spidertron 7000 B tier. Reasoning 4 eyes that you have to hit. It can shoot bombs in 4 directions, so if you get too close, bang, you're knocked away. And the only time you fight this is in chapter 5 in the mind space section. So if its bombs knock you off the edge, you're dead. It has the laser cannon, which is really powerful. Like if that laser cannon hits you on the leg and then just hits you again, you're dead. Spidertron 6000, probably low C tier. A lot more. It can kill you, but a lot of the time it's a support unit, and it just knocks you down quite a bit. Gives the other enemies a chance to fight and like just come and kill you. But I wouldn't call it a really big issue. Spidertron 5000 though, free kill. I've never died to these things. I think the only time I've seen someone die to these is when they were close to lava and they just got knocked in by the bomb. But really easy to kill, not that much of an issue. You know what? No, the Mark IV zombie can come up here and Spidertron 6000 could go there. But I'd probably put, yeah, like that. That's a little better. Mark 1 sword, free kill, get down in F tier. Get right behind the business spot. No, I'll put you just a friend business spot. But yeah, pretty much free kill. I'll put that there. I'll move jetpack to the low D tier. Mark 2 sword. My opinion, not that hard to fight, not that easy. It's a little harder than Mark 1, but not by a lot. It is a little quicker and it can knock his sword aside, so it's got that, but it's not really that hard to kill. Definitely put it above the Spidertrons though. I'll probably put it above. No, I'll put it there. That feels about right. Mark 3 sword, probably just below the combat archer. Like, you know what? Fleet zombie's not actually that hard. Go high D tier. I'm just gonna reorganize this a little bit, guys. You know what? Yeah, a little more problematic than 5000, so I guess I'll put you low C tier. Mark 4 sword, basically Mark 3, but fire. Mark 5 sword, get up there. Get up to high A tier. The amount of times these guys have ended my runs, if you guys got 1 cent for every time I've died to these guys, you would have a lot of cents. They use dash. They have to dash like hammer, so they'll try and get close to you. They never appear alone. They're always in like a little group, and they're just a pain to kill. They block a lot of attacks. If they hit you, you're basically dead. Mind Space Sword. Basically the Mark II jetpack, but they use kick as well, so I'll probably put them there. That feels about right to me. Mark II Mind Space hammer, probably not as hard as the normal hammers, because you can just hit the middle part of their body and they just instantly die. Spear, Mark 1 spear. Up probably below Mark 1 spear. I'd probably consider Mark 1 spear. No, what? Let's see. Yeah, it feels a little better. Mark II spear, probably D tier to be honest. Like they're basically a Mark One spear bigger, but they have a shield, so they have the ability to kind of tank damage, like hit after hit. But when they get to the Mark III spear, which is the one we're about to move to, that is when issues arise because no, yeah, they have shield bash. They're a lot more tanky. Like they can tank more hits, and yeah, they can block a ton of your hits. They have shield bash. If you get rid of their shield, they have kick. A lot more of an issue. But when it comes to the Mark IV spear, basically everything I said about Mark III, but better. It has fire. I'd probably consider it about there because it has everything the Mark III does, but it has the fire spear, so, and it is also one of the enemies that can bypass all your armor if it hits you in the chest. So it does have that ability to just kind of insta kill you even with armor. Well, guys, thanks for just like watching. That was I've seen it ad so many times, but thanks for watching. But yeah, I did say I would do this a while ago. I think this is one thing I've just had on my mind of doing. Like, so this is just basically how this is what I think of the enemies. So this is where I would think they would belong on a tier list. If you guys think differently, that is okay. This is just my opinion. Your opinion, you have your own opinions. Like, if you guys want to let me know where you'd probably put some of these enemies, let me know down in the comments. Like, I read them every day. Like, I'm down to hear what you guys think and where you guys think these enemies should belong. Anyway, thanks for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Like, I know I just talked quite a bit in that video, but this is how I think of all the enemies. And yeah, just thanks for watching. Like, it helps me out a lot. Yeah. Um, if you guys want to see me rank anything else in the future, let me know. This was the Dark Marine, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.